Ballroom Fantasy here. Kamina, David Rosario, and look who is with us, Miss Mary Murphy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
We're doing great. We're having fun tonight. We're watching all the showcases and the Latins going on. How are you enjoying the competition?
Did you see that show?
It was quite something.
The show was pretty spectacular.
It's always my favorite to see Hannah cartoon and dance.
Oh my God, that was
She
amazing.
actually worked in my studio for a while back in the day, and it's just so great to see her still out there dancing, still looking amazing.
Doesn't she rock? I mean, and when they do those lifts, it is her and Victor, it is just so effortless. What is with that?
Well, I don't know about that. I was just doing it last night at home, a couple of those things, and then I had to be taken to the hospital. But other than that, yeah, I guess they know a thing or two.
Those lifts, those spins, those turns, you were doing that. I would have liked to have been there for that, wouldn't you?
Right after dinner.
Right after dinner.
Wait, hey, so listen, you were telling us about Burn the Floor, so tell us a little bit more about what you got coming up with that.
Yeah, I joined Burn the Floor for the first time when they did their first Broadway debut this last year. And December, I did it through the holidays and ended January 10th, and now they went on a world tour. I'm going to be joining the cast in San Jose, September 21st to the 27th, and then in my hometown, San Diego, from October 12th to the 17th.
Wow.
And then I hope to finish everything, and I do mean my dance career, probably in Ohio and Cincinnati.
Is Ohio where you're
sad.
from?
Yeah, I grew up in Ohio.
Originally.
Not in Cincinnati, but I think that's the closest city right now that I don't think they're going to Cleveland. I grew up in a canal town 45 minutes south of Cleveland, Ohio, on the Ohio Area Canal. Near. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No dancing going on in that town. It was more like Footloose. If you didn't dance, you'd probably get arrested.
Mary, when did you start your career?
I didn't start till I was 19, and it wasn't into ballroom. It was into modern dance, jazz, ballet, but mostly modern. And I just happened to have a degree in physical education. I was an athlete, a track runner my whole life, my young adult life from like the age of 10 on through college. I ran the 400 meters was my race.
Wow.
And of course, I did a lot of other things in track and field, but that was my main thing. I had no intention. I have 3 brothers. I'm fully unintended. I was the 4th boy in this family. I had nothing. I wasn't interested in any of this, rhinestones, feathers, makeup, hair. T-shirts and sweatpants was my thing
And
all
here
the way
we
till
are.
I turned 19. I don't know what happened when I turned 19. That's something snapped. And then I saw ballroom dancing, and I walked into the Waldorf Astoria. The U.S. Ballroom Championships used to be held in New York City. And when I walked in there, I was just like 3-tiered balconies, the crystal chandeliers, if you've ever been there. And everybody, all these couples dancing across the floor, twirling around with the feathers, the makeup, the hair, and everything else. And
So you were hooked.
You had a woohoo moment.
I had a woohoo moment. It was like a lightning bolt. I'm not kidding you. I felt it in my chest. I knew in that second, and without even watching the competition or finding out whatever it was about, I just stood there and I said, I want to be United States champion. I said, I know this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. And I went back. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time. Went back to Washington, started searching out the best teachers that I could find, and started charting my course. I was not the most talented tool in the box, if you know what I'm saying, so it took me a really long time.
But you accomplished quite a lot.
Yes, I did, by the time it was said and done.
Yes, I was even fortunate to be able to compete a little bit with you because I was around that.
Absolutely,
American
absolutely.
Smooth at that point
we
in
knocked
time.
into each other a time or two.
Sorry about that.
I feel very petite next to the two of you. You're tall.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, I feel like I didn't
She's
realize she
mighty
was
powerful.
Yeah, I am. Hey,
Don't underestimate her.
No. Little dynamo. What's going on with So You Think You Can Dance?
So You Think You Can Dance? We're in our 7th season. We're going to be changed up a little bit this season. We have only 10 competitors that came back. Not really sure why, but I don't think it ended up, when we had 2 seasons last year, it was a little bit tough. I think we
Yeah, I thought so.
hit too much of the talent, and I think this was the best way to come back, bringing back the All-Stars again. People that love, but the 10 that they picked are extraordinary. But I tell you, it was so strong in contemporary this year. I mean, it could have been all 10 could have been contemporary dancers this season.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. But that ends up,
Yep.
kind of boring. No.
We don't want boring. Do we want boring? We don't want
No,
boring.
not boring at all.
No, we need a lot of everything to have it, really have a flavor and be spicy. So I kind of miss the fact that now somebody's always going to get somebody that's a specialist in that field, as opposed to, and as a choreographer, you never want that situation where you have two hip-hop dancers, but as a judge, that was always kind of the fun of it,
part.
I was like, oh, man, and then if they get it, if you get a breaker kid and a hip-hop kid and they do the quick step, and you're just like, what the hell? That really just that was off the charts for me. And every once in a while they did. Sometimes it didn't work out so good, but every once in a while somebody surprised you. You were just like,
wow,
he should not be able to do that. Like Russell last season.
Yep.
Russell was strictly hip hop. He did not have training in the other styles. A lot of times people say they don't have training, and we find out, in mid-season they had. He did not. He was the real deal, and he stayed out there with some of the best dancers in the world.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I tell you what, you were a delightful person to talk to, and we're so thrilled that you took the time to speak with us. Did you want to add something, David?
Just before we finish, what was the award that they gave you tonight? Can you tell us that?
It was the Dancer Hall of Fame Award for the Millennium Championships. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. I've had a great career, and I'm very proud of my career, and the whole thing's been like a roller coaster, and it's not over yet.
No. It's
just
not
beginning.
It's a new beginning.
Another avenue
It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. Mary, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much, you guys.
Bye-bye.